And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God and the Father by him. Colossians chapter 3, verse 17. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Matthew chapter 5, verse 8. Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. Psalm 16, verse 11. Peter answered and said unto him, Though all men shall be offended because of thee, yet will I never be offended. Matthew chapter 26, verse 33. For the which cause I also suffer these things. Nevertheless I am not ashamed, for I know whom I have believed, and I am persuaded that he is able to keep that which I have committed unto him against that day. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 12. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalm 23, verse 6. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me ye can do nothing. John chapter 15, verse 5. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 3. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. John chapter 15, verse 18. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. 1 Peter chapter 5, verses 6 to 10. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 12. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. For God resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble. 1 Peter chapter 5, verses 5 to 6. A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city, and their contentions are like the bars of a castle. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 19. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty, and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. James chapter 1, verse 25. Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are to whom ye obey, whether of sin unto death, or of obedience unto righteousness? Romans chapter 6, verse 16. Fathers, provoke not your children to anger, lest they be discouraged. Colossians chapter 3, verse 21. O give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, because his mercy endureth forever. Psalm 118, verse 1. A wise man is strong, yea, a man of knowledge increaseth strength. Proverbs chapter 24, verse 5. But now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Colossians chapter 3, verse 8. But the Lord said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me hath everlasting life. John chapter 6, verse 47. For God, who commanded the light to shine out of the darkness, hath shined in our hearts, to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 6. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. James chapter 1, verse 22. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 farthings? And not one of them is forgotten before God? But even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. Luke chapter 12, verses 6 to 7. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16. I, even I, am he that comforts you. Who art thou, that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die, and of the Son of Man which shall be made as grass? Isaiah chapter 51, verse 12. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. 2 Timothy chapter 4, verses 7 to 8. Many shall be purified, and made white, and tried. But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. Wherefore, let them that suffer according to the will of God commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing, as unto a faithful Creator. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 19. But above all things, my brethren, swear not, neither by heaven, neither by earth, neither by any other oath, but let your yea be yea, and your nay, nay, lest ye fall into condemnation. James chapter 5, verse 12. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly, above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20. Only fear the Lord, and serve him in truth with all your heart, for consider how great things he hath done for you. 1 Samuel chapter 12, verse 24.